are in patterns. One of the most common patterns to find in sentences is something that is commonly written SVO. Subject, verb, object. Now, with regard to the verb, if you're going to have a sentence in this particular pattern, the verb itself has to be very, very specific. First of all, its function must be an action verb. And it has to be a specific type of action verb. Does anybody know what type of action verb has an object? Harish? A transitive action verb. Are there action verbs without objects? Yes. What are they called? Intransitive action verbs. Is there another function to the verb other than action? What is it? Linking. Good. Okay. So will all sentences be in this pattern, subject, verb, object? No. But this is the most common. Okay? So we're going to focus on this and then move in either direction. So we're going to focus on subject, verb, object, but then we're going to be able to look at sentences without an object and an intransitive action verb. We're also going to be able to look at sentences that have linking verbs. But this is where we're going to begin. Questions thus far? Luke?
And if it doesn't, then it's not part of the SVO.
Very good. If it does not have an object, let's say there's an intransitive action verb, it is not part of this pattern. Yes. Okay? Josh?
What about more than one verb?
Doesn't matter. It still may fall into this pattern. Okay? Ben?
So just to clarify, only under these circumstances in this pattern.
Very good. Okay. To determine the pattern of verbs, to determine the pattern of sentences, you have to learn how to take a sentence and pull it apart to its pieces. That's the goal here today. So, we're going to take an example sentence. At the park, the very large dog was chasing the bright red ball. When you take a sentence and pull it apart to its pieces, you should follow the steps I'm about to illuminate. This is very much like mathematics. Consider following the steps similar to showing your work in math. I can't force you to do it my way. I can tell you that if you do it my way, it's almost dummy-proof. Almost. Okay? I can't account for all kinds of foolishness, but I can tell you that if you follow my steps, it's almost dummy-proof. Okay? So if you're looking at the sentence, step 1. Locate and identify the function of the verbs. I put the S in parentheses because not every sentence has more than one verb. However, sentences can have more than one verb. You have to identify the function of every single verb. Where's the verb and what's its function? Shlok.
Was chasing.
Was chasing. Its function?
Action.
Very good. Are there any other verbs in the sentence? This will never be a trick question, ever, from now until June. Okay? The answer can always be no if we're talking grammar. Never a trick question. So, I'll ask it again. Are there any other verbs in the sentence, Anna? No. No other verbs in the sentence. So now we're going to move on to step 2. Okay? If I'm moving too quickly, tell me. Step 2. Locate and bracket prepositional phrases. If any. Why did I add if any? Tanner? There may not be. A sentence does not have to have any prepositional phrases. Josh?
Can I say
Please.
at?
Prepositional phrase.
At part.
Very good. Remember, with prepositions, they cannot exist on their own. They must be part of a phrase. You start with the preposition, which is at, and you go until you get to the object. In this case, the object of the preposition is part. I recommend you use the half brackets. There is method behind the madness. Whole brackets will indicate something else. Half brackets indicate phrases, in this case a prepositional. There are other types of phrases. We're just not there yet. Baby steps. Okay? Luke. Park is the object of the preposition. Good. Arish. This is not going to be an adjective phrase. It's going to be an adverb phrase, but we'll get there. Okay. Are there any other prepositional phrases in the sentence? Again, never a trick question. Nivea, what'd you say? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Now I'm recording us arguing. There are no other prepositional phrases in this sentence. Okay. Step 3. Metadata. Step 3. Locate the subject, and I'm going to put an S in parentheses because there can be more than one of each verb. And again, I'm going to put the S in parentheses because there can be more than one, but there does not have to be. Okay? Where's the subject for the verb was chasing? Are you directing air traffic, or do you know? Okay, Chris, yes? Subject.
Oh, dog.
Dog. Subjects perform action. I know. Okay. Dog is the subject. Are there any others? No. And that can be the answer. Okay? Am I going too fast? All right. Okay, so once you find the subject, step 4. Locate the object. And again, in parentheses S, because there can be more than one, but there doesn't have to be, of each verb, again with the S, okay, but if any, because as we well know, does there have to be an object for a verb? No. Subject, yes. Object, no. Ben. Oh, please. Okay, so the object of the verb was chasing, sir?
Ball.
Excellent. The object here is ball. Oops. Okay. Yeah? Okay. Now, step 5. Identify all modifiers. In English, two of the parts of speech are modifiers. What are they, Josh?
Adjective and adverb.
Very good. All right, Sean, go ahead. Large modifies what? Very good. Large modifies dog. Yes, I recommend you draw these arrows. What does that make it? Which type of modifier? Very good. That makes it an adjective. Okay? Any others? Arish. Very modifies large, thus it is. Very good. Any others? Carrie. Excellent. Making it an. Very good. Nyla. Very good. It is an. Excellent. Shloke.
At the park is modifying was chasing.
Very good. At the park modifies was chasing it, making it what type of phrase? Okay. It's an adverb phrase. Okay. There are words that are not identified. You need to identify them. Chris?
Would we have to write, like, if it's on the grammar assessment, would we have to write adverb phrase, or would we just...
You could just write adverb. That'll be suffice. That will suffice. Tanner?
The is adjective.
Very good. The is always an adjective. Articles are always adjectives. Article isn't a part of speech, though. Adjective is. Okay, so this one modifies dog. This should all make sense. This one modifies ball. And the adjective inside the brackets, the, modifies park. Go. I'm recording. Okay, good. My recommendation is for you to watch me do the diagram first before you write it so that you don't have to keep erasing or crossing things out. Okay? Okay. All diagrams begin with a single horizontal line. I'm cheating using the line drawer thing. I'm a bubber. Okay? Single horizontal line. On this line, all the way to the left, you write the subject. Okay? Any modifiers hang on diagonal lines under the words they modify. All diagonal lines in diagramming are backslashes. They begin in the top left and they go to the bottom right. Top left, bottom right. Top left, bottom right. They will never be forward slashes. Ever. Ever. If you draw a forward slash, erase it because it's wrong. Always. Okay? So, underneath the word dog, we're going to put the modifiers. Okay, so diagonal line. And on that diagonal line, you're going to write the modifiers. The. Okay? Now, I'm going to write large. Why did I skip very? Slow.
Because very modifies large.
Very modifies large. The way you're going to indicate this is you're going to draw almost like a hook underneath it. And you're going to write
Very.
on the line. Okay? At this time, I'd like you to go ahead and write this down. Now, once you finish with all the modifiers for the subject, you're going to draw a line, vertical this time, that bisects the horizontal. Yes, I know. But it's not equivalent on both sides, so theoretically this is not, la 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 la. Okay, all I mean by that is that the vertical line must hang underneath the horizontal. There must be vertical line above the horizontal and vertical line beneath the horizontal. It is an absolute necessity. Yep. Now, to the right of that vertical line will go the verb.
What happens if this one?
You write it down. Even though it's more than one word, Sean, it's still one verb.
If there's more than one verb in the sentence.
We're not there yet. It gets more complex. Yay, this is easy. Okay, now all modifiers hang beneath the word they modify. However, in this case, the modifier for the verb is a phrase, a prepositional phrase. Okay? So, again, you're going to draw a diagonal line. But this time, you're going to write the preposition on the diagonal line. Make sure that you capitalize the word after, because it is capitalized in the sentence. Oh, it was at, not after. Excuse me. Sorry. She did. Okay. Now, the object of the preposition is going to go on a horizontal line attached to the diagonal line. So the object is park. And then beneath that, you have the diagonal line for the modifier. In this case, the. Recording. All right, now, there are no other modifiers for the verb. However, there is an object. So you're going to extend this horizontal, okay? And you're going to drop another vertical line. But this time, the vertical line cannot bisect the horizontal. It cannot hang beneath. Beyond that line, you're going to write the object. Now remember, all modifiers hang on diagonal lines beneath the word they modify. So the, red, and then bright must hang beneath red. And that is the entire diagram for that particular sentence. There are two rules that you absolutely have to bear in mind for diagramming, and they are important. The two rules are, 1, order of the sentence matters. So, if a modifier occurs in the sentence before another modifier, it has to occur in the diagram before the other modifier. You can't reverse it. The other thing that's important is capitalization counts. I understand, but it doesn't matter what you like or dislike. I can tell you that based on, Okay, I can tell you based on your slides for the Cask of Amontillado, your capitalization is random at best. Okay? You need to pay more attention to capitalization. Okay, now, why I'm demonstrating this to you, okay? It has to do with understanding the pieces of a sentence and being able to manipulate sentences, okay? For this purpose, this word right here is something called the simple subject. You may see this in high school. Okay? Everything to the left of that bisecting line, that's what makes that line so important. Everything to the left is the complete subject. So the complete subject is the simple subject plus modifiers. Now, if that's the case, then the other side, to the right of the bisecting line, also has to have a name. Everything to the right is called the complete predicate. You may have heard these terms before, but now you know what they are. They're pieces of the sentence. Give me just a minute. Okay. Then that would mean that the verb is equivalent to the simple predicate. These are synonymous. However, I will never refer to the verb as the simple predicate. I will always just call it the verb. Now, the complete predicate, hold on, I'll scroll back down. Give me just a minute. The complete predicate is the verb plus objects, if there are any. Whoops, that should say objects. Plus modifiers.
So that's why we're not.
Yeah, I am going back. Look. Okay, I'm recording. The sentence reads, John collected gold, yellow, and red leaves. All right, we need to pull it apart to its pieces. We need to dissect it. What's step one? Tanner, please do. And it's what function? Good. Is it the only verb in the sentence?
Yes.
Good. Any prepositional phrases? That is step two. No. Very good. What's step three? Luke. Go for it. Excellent. Alrighty. Next step. Ben.
Locate the objects of each verb sentence. So, the objects, yellow leaves.
Just the word leaves. Because remember, objects and subjects can only be nouns or pronouns. Okay, what's the next step? Harish?
Final modifiers.
Please do.
Red modifies leaves, an adjective.
Good.
Yellow modifies leaves, an adjective.
Good.
Gold modifies leaves, an adjective.
Good. These are called serial adjectives. Serial meaning in a series, not cereal Fruity Hoops. Remember, I'm poor. I can only afford the off-brand. They actually taste better. I highly recommend Fruity Hoops. Okay, now the word in between yellow and red is a conjunction. Very good. It's something called a coordinating conjunction. You were taught this when I was absent. I never leave work behind when I'm absent that is useless. If you did not learn this, you better. There are 7 coordinating conjunctions: and, but, for, nor, or, so, yet. They are frequently associated with an acronym. Fanboys. It does you no good to know the acronym if you do not know what the words stand for. I get a lot of that. Ooh, Adamo, fanboys. Excellent. What do all the letters stand for? I don't know. Okay. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Okay. This is the sentence 100% dissected, pulled to its pieces. Now we're going to diagram it. All diagrams All diagrams begin with a single horizontal line. The first thing you do is write the subject on that line. Does the subject in this sentence have any modifiers? No, it does not. So I drop that vertical line. To the right of the vertical line goes the verb. Are there any modifiers for the verb?
No.
No. So I drop another vertical line, only this time it does not go all the way through. Okay. To the right of that vertical line, leaves. Very good. You write the object. Does the object have any modifiers? Hayden? Yes. What's the first one? Gold. It has to go in order. Oh, I was? Whoopsie. Yeah, I was. No, now I am. Okay. What's the next one? Yellow. It should be in order. No, it's gold. Red. What did I write? Oh, no, you're right. It's yellow. Hold on. I did it backward.
No. Wait, what? No, you were right.
Nobody's
bad on the original one.
I understand that, but I wrote it like this. We're going to go with this. Breathe. Okay.
But can I write it like...
Oh, whatever. Okay. All right. Now, to do conjunctions. Conjunctions always go on dotted lines. So you're going to put the conjunction and here, and then the last one there. And that is the full diagram for that sentence.
I like that.